From the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass., this is NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP. Tonight, it's the Pomfret Griffins with a record of 0-8, taking on the Lawrence Academy Spartans with a record of 3-9-1 in non-league action. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sam Feely, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Both these teams I mentioned on the well below 500, and Pomfret looking for their first win of the season. The magic number, if you're looking for a magic number for this game, is 2. Pomfret has not scored more than 2 goals in any game this season, and Lawrence Academy has scored more than 2 just twice in their 13 games. So, I guess if you want to be a little more precise, the first to 3 wins, keep your opponent under 2, and you should come away with a win here. And that's what we're looking at tonight. Lawrence Academy in the red jerseys with the Spartan logo on the abdomen and the white stripe and blue numbers, and Pomfret in the white jerseys with black and red trim and red letters and numbers. Emma McLean will take the opening face-off for Pomfret. I lied about the clock cam, folks. I forgot the tripod for it today, but I promise tomorrow's broadcast, basketball, LA versus St. George's girls basketball, will have the clock back. We are underway. Clock is set to 16 minutes. And the puck enters the zone for LA. Backhanded attempt by Babineau. Goes wide left. Around the end boards, trying to play it out of the zone is Sarah Rumley for Pomfret. Chipped in deep. And will be carried out of the zone by the Spartans. Pass to the left wing, now the opposite side, and Babineau. Babineau just taps it into the zone. Spartans will go off for a change. Hammered in by Lazat outside the zone. Play was offside, but LA tags up. Into the feet of Jillian Horst, and it'll be played into the LA zone. Horst with a little forecheck there on the goal line. Kept in at the blue line by the Griffins, but now it just trickles out. Played into the zone by Morgan Vigent for LA. Around the end boards, out of the reach of Anna Sosik for Pomfret. This shot from the blue line is taken in by the goalie Riley Jessie Girelli for Pomfret. 14:39 to go here in the first period. Face-off won by the Spartans. One-time shot from the top of the slot, picked up again by Jessie Girelli. Another left-wing circle face-off. Gerard against McLean. One back to the blue line by Gerard. And now trying to swipe it around the end boards is Hannah Toombley. Comes out of the zone to the near side. Popped up in the air into the LA zone. Trying to chase it down is Rumley for Pomfret. Kept in at the blue line by Grace Arsenault. And carried below the goal line and not out of the zone by Seibold. Hit it right into her defender's skates. Another clearance attempt by the Spartans. Shipped back in deep by the Pomfret. Good forecheck here. Trying to swipe at it at the blue line is Sosik. And now it'll be Horst. Jillian Horst entering the zone on the left side. Takes the shot, ripped out of the air by Shelby Guinard for a faceoff. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Thrown in from outside the blue line, but the play is offside for Pomfret. Face off just outside the LA zone, battled for and carried into the zone by the Griffins. Backhanded to the blue line and carried in deep. Around the end boards, we're waiting for it on the left point is Marshall for the Griffins, but she can't connect with her pass. LA trying to carry it out of the zone through some traffic. Walking into the left wing shot, dot for a shot is Camo, and another save by Jessie Girelli with 12:58 to go. Face off in the left wing circle, one back to the blue line by the Spartans. Shot tipped aside by Jessie Girelli. Out to the right point. A lot of traffic in the slot. Coming away with it is Gerard. Gerard goes out to the right point. The shot from the right point hits a body in the slot, comes to the left circle, trickles in on Jessie Girelli. She didn't see it for a moment, but it trickles to her left. And below the goal line, now trying to carry it out of the zone, is Metcalf for Pomfret. Now she has to play forecheck as it's taken over by the Spartans. And now maybe a 2-on-1 here for the team in red. Gerard can't connect with Babineau on the right side of the slot. Babineau will chip it in deep, but nobody's there. Spartans look like they're going to go off for a change. So the best opportunity offensively for either side goes by the wayside for the Spartans. Turnover at the blue line, walking in, backhanding the shot, fanned on by Vigent. Vigent gets it back at the right circle. It comes into the slot and it's tipped out by Sosic. Hammered in from the red line, Griffins go out for a change. 11:46 to go in the first period. Scrum along the near side boards. Who's going to break free with it? Looks like it's going to be the Spartans. 3-on-1 maybe. Michaels, deking, saved by Jessie Girelli, and she covers up as the net comes off its mooring. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Michaels gives it up to the right point. The shot from the left point, kick save Jessie Girelli. Below the goal line, nearly colliding with her teammate is Emma McLean. Has it taken away by Michaels. Now Vigent gives it up, tries to get it back. Tries to get it out to the blue line and carried out of the zone by the Griffins, at least temporarily. Being forced backwards here was McLean. Griffins having a hard time getting it out of their zone. Haven't had many offensive chances. The shot from the blue line hits a couple of bodies before it can get anywhere close to Guinard. And now here come the Spartans on the left side, broken up on the entry by Seibold. That'll slow him down. Griffins will look to take advantage. There is Horst. Horst up the right side. Trying to weave into the slot. Tries to get a pass into the slot. It's poked aside to the far side. Spartans player blows a tire, no call. Comes back in deep. Swept aside by Toombley. That is offside by Morgan Vigent with 10:14 to go in the first period. NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with the newly renovated Stone Athletic Center. Sydney Lester had a chance in the slot, but that was Megan Hayes who had a chance in the slot, but it hopped off her stick. And that'll give the Griffins an opportunity to clear, only gets as far as the LA blue line. Hayes will redirect it in on the backhand. Now Sosic. Michaels chases it down, out to the blue line, kept in there. Now walking into the circle and taking the shot. Blocked before it gets to Jessie Girelli. Girelli swipes it aside with the stick behind the net. And Michaels will have to regroup at center ice. Partial change right now for the Spartans. Michaels may have been looking for a high sticking call there. Shot from the point by Lizotte, snatched up by Riley Jesse Girelli for a face-off with 9:14 to go in the period. Girard to take the face-off for LA, but it's won by the Griffins. Horst weaving into the slot, takes the shot, trickles away from Guinard. And here come the Spartans back the other way. On the near side. Girard has it broken up. Lemieux tries to get it. Has to battle Arsenault. Lemieux has it, tries to center it in front. Swept aside by Jesse Girelli, and then she covers up for a face-off with 8:42 to go in the period. Face-off in the left wing circle, won by the Spartans out to the top of the slot. Save, Jesse Girelli, backhand on the rebound. Another save by Jesse Girelli, kept alive by Girard. Girard going around the end boards, reversing direction for Babineau. Babineau loses the handle. Lemieux is there to bail her out. Now she needs Babineau to bail her out. Babineau tried to get it to Girard, bearing in the slot, and it comes all the way back to the LA end. So LA's had the bulk of the good offensive chances. Nothing yet, though. We're scoreless as we approach the halfway mark of the first period. Turnover just outside the circle, but turned right back over in the slot. Here come the Spartans. That hops off the stick a little bit of Lemieux. Chipped in deep. Lemieux will go out for a change. Chasing it down for Pomfret is Sosic. Horst doing some dancing there. Sosic will try to get it out of the zone. Backhanded into the slot, but nobody there. Shot from a tough angle by Michaels, picked up by Jesse Girelli with 7:30 to go in the first period. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Shot from the left point off the face-off, goes wide right. Michaels there to chase it down, tries to backhand it to Hayes. Oh, what a stick save by Jesse Girelli. She has made some phenomenal saves on some close calls thus far here in the first period. But Griffins haven't really had any offensive chances, let alone much zone time. Marshall will carry this and chip it in from outside the blue line. Partial change for the Griffins, and now a turnover, and here come the Spartans. Here come the Spartans. It looks like there's a whistle. It looks like we have a penalty coming up here on the Spartans. And it looks like an interference call. But on whom? Someone's got to go to the box. So it's Ava Patron going to the box. So a minute and a half power play for Pomfret, looking to capitalize. This one trickles through the goal mouth to the opposite side and swept 200 feet by the Spartans. Rumley trying to connect with Montesi. Battle at center ice. Spartans trying to find an opening to clear it, and they do, as that Buckner's the official. 6:13 to go in the period, 55 seconds left on the power play. McLean. Parallel pass over to Rumley. Rumley chips it in deep, but the Spartans are first to it. Spartans looking for an outlet to clear. They do, and it comes right in on Jesse Girelli, and Jesse Girelli will have to take a face-off on the power play in her own zone. 35 seconds left on the advantage. Horst to take it against Michaels. Michaels wins it, tries to backhand it out to the blue line, but it's poked out by Metcalf. Metcalf tries to set up an offensive play, but it's poked up in the air, taken over by the Griffins. A shot from the middle slot, saved by Guinard. First real save she's had to make tonight. 15 seconds left on the penalty. Kind of a fan-on shot attempt there from the blue line by the Griffins. Turned over, not out of the zone yet. 4 seconds left on the power play. LA carries it out, gets it ahead of the red line. Through traffic. This one is popped up off the stick of Camo. Camo gets it back, tries to get a shot on goal. A couple of saves there by Jesse Girelli. Camo keeps possession, goes out to the left point. The shot off the side of the net. Jesse Girelli's out of position. Can they capitalize? Another shot from the left point that hits the stick of Horst, who is blocking traffic in the slot. 4:49 to go in the period. And now Pomfret has to be careful not to be called for too many men. Tape-to-tape pass and hammered in from the red line. There's Babineau. Babineau's got 2 Pomfret players all over her. Comes out to the point for a one-timer that tumbles in towards Jesse Girelli. She sticks it aside. Now Gerard. Gerard trying to get away from the much bigger Mary-Kate Marshall. Now out to the left point, shot is blocked. Melissa Modesty possibly with a breakaway opportunity. She's got Rumley to her right, takes the shot from a tough angle and trickles wide right. Guinard didn't see that puck trickle in towards her ankle. Now we have a whistle, and it looks like the net came off its mooring with 3:54 to go in the first period. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the official LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Puck comes all the way to the Griffins end for icing, and I think we have an injured player down. As might have been a late hit issued there. Well, regardless, going into the boards hard after the whistle was Jess Michaels, and she has to be carried off the ice by her teammates. She appears to be favoring her right leg. I think Kevin Potter was asking for a penalty there because I think he saw a Pomfret player actually push Michaels down when the whistle was blown. Now this trickles in on Guinard, and she'll cover up for a face-off. 3:42 to go in the first period. Face-off in the right wing circle, comes out to the point, won by the Griffins. Shot from the left point, tipped aside by Guinard. Pass into the middle of the ice, broken up, taken over by Toombley. Swept out of the zone by Modesty. Seibold will go back to play it. Too much traffic there. Lofted into the zone from center ice. Spartans go out for a change. 3:06 to go in the first period. Metcalf gets it out of the zone. Ahead to Horst. Horst puts on the brakes just outside the right face-off circle. Now the Spartans will get to carry it up ice, but it's turned over before it can get to the Pomfret blue line. Marshall pushes it ahead. Now a shot from the slot, blocked before it can get to Guinard. Trickles to the end boards. Up the far side boards, and Spartans carrying it out of the zone, maybe a 3-on-2 here. Puck is popped up before it gets into the zone. Comes in on Jesse Girelli. She knocks it down with 2:28 to go in the period. Nice drag by Horst. but Horst tried to drag a little too much. Back into the Pomfret zone. There is Sosic. Sosic around the end boards, out of the reach of Marshall, out to the right point, shot, try to get a redirect off of Hayes. Hayes will catch up to it, play it to Gerard, who pops it off the mitt and over the net of Jessie Girelli. Under 2 minutes to play, maybe some space here for Sarah Rumley if she can get it into the zone, but she won't do much with it. Comes back to Toombley. Toombley turns it over in the right face-off circle. Spartans struggling to get it towards net. A lot of traffic in these passing lanes, slowing down both teams' offensive momentum. Shot from the top of the circle, off a couple of bodies before it can get to Jessie Girelli. Now up the left side, chipped in, no icing. Grenard steers it aside. Spartans look to get another breakout here as we approach 1 minute to go. Not a very crisp pass there, trying to connect with Michaels. And now maybe a chance here as it flutters in on Grenard, but it goes behind her around the end boards to the opposite side. And now it'll be Lizotte to play it. Lizotte tries to reverse direction. Up the right side, and now with some space, it's Michaels. Michaels with a 2-on-1, maybe a 3-on-1. Give it up to the left side, the shot saved by Jessie Girelli. Babineau lost the handle of Muse there. Trying to backhand it, Jessie Girelli sees it and covers up with 37.4 to go in the first period. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the St. George's Dragons in NEPSAC at ISL girls basketball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy DVD of the game at the LSP store. Another chance here for LA with about 30 seconds to go, but this shot from the top of the slot trickles wide right. There is McLean for Pomfret. This is going to be icing on the Griffins with 21.4 to go in the period. No score here in the first period, but not without some fantastic saves by Riley Jessie Girelli, the Pomfret goalie. 18 seconds to go. LA looking to make one last push. Babineau in a little bit of a wrestling match there, going into the far left corner. Now a chance on the doorstep, poked aside, and now a whistle, and it looks like we have a hooking call coming up. And it's going to be on Melissa Modesty of Pomfret. So 7.4 seconds to go. And unless you get a snap score off the face-off, we'll start period number 2 with a $1:23 of shorthanded time for Pomfret. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the second period from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. With your score, the Pomfret Griffins nothing and the Lawrence Academy Spartans nothing. This is NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP. Welcome back to the second period of NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. No score between the Pomfret Griffins and the Lawrence Academy Spartans. Phenomenal goaltending by Riley Jesse Girelli of getting Gerard and Grenard and Girelli all confused. Sorry, Riley Jesse Girelli making with some phenomenal saves in the first period to stop the Lawrence Academy Spartans. Really not much to speak of in terms of offensive chances for Pomfret. A couple of saves made by Shelby Grenard of LA, but really no score. It's been a the theme of the game thus far has been both teams' abilities to clog passing lanes and snuff out each team, the other's momentum relatively quickly. So no team's really been able to find a window to crack their opponent. Jesse Girelli makes another stop, and we have a face-off with 37 seconds gone by in the second period. 47 seconds left on the hooking call to Melissa Modesty of Pomfret. So 5-on-4 for the first portion of this period as this comes all the way back to the LA end. Seibold will take it. Seibold on the near side, hops off the stick of Camo. Camo picks it up, tries to dance through traffic, but it's taken over by Rumley, and she'll shoot it back to the LA blue line. Camo will steer and turn it right back over where it's poked away by McLean with 13 seconds left on the power play. Not a lot of urgency shown by the Spartans here on this power play. Michaels up the left side, penalty time almost up. There is Lazat. Lazat trying to get it in front, and it goes diagonally to the right point. Chip back in deep. Now a lot of traffic in front. Backhanded, a couple of bodies go down. More collisions in the Pomfret zone. Rumley says, "Get off me," as she gets stripped of the puck. Mo tries to hit it off the sideboards. Now over to Hayes. Hayes gets her stick wrapped up by Sosic, no call. Griffins trying to clear. They do get it out of the zone. And that is ripped out of the air by Grenard on the attempt by Horst with 13:45 to go in the second period. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email Sam at localsportsproductions.com for more information. Pass fanned on, and the return shot by Pomfret goes over the cage into the near side. Waiting for it is Horst. Gerard. Gerard bearing in, keeps possession, trying to wrap around. And now it'll be covered up by Jesse Girelli with 13:13 to go here in the second period. Puck handling has been a little bit of a challenge for these teams at times in this game. Stretch passes, a little big collision on the right post, and Jesse Girelli trying to cover it up. It's still loose, comes to the near right corner, comes back to the blue line, shot from the blue line, goes wide left. Feels like neither team's playing with a real sense of urgency. I mentioned that with LA's power play, but it just seems that way in general for both teams. Just hasn't been a very quick pace. Lazat's shot blocked, and back the other way come the Griffins, but Lazat is there, tied up with Rumley. And now we have a whistle, and it looks like Lazat is going to the box for high sticking. .12:13 to go, and Lazat to the sin bin for $1.50 for high sticking. Just got to wait for the penalty to come up on the scoreboard. There it is, 2 minutes. Well, the last penalty was 1.5. So somebody's wrong. And no tripping called there as LA tried to get a shorthanded opportunity going. Comes out to the left point. The shot ripped out of the air by Jesse Girelli for a faceoff. And I think they're going to correct that right now at the scorer's table. They're going to bring it down to 112. Are they? No. Okay, so we had one penalty for 1.5 minutes, and now the clock isn't even running. There we go. You know, it's Pomfret on the power play, but LA's the one with the zone time here on this shift. You can see Emma Aldenberg trying to cherry pick if Pomfret can get it out of their zone and try to get a breakaway opportunity, but they haven't been able to. 50 seconds left on the penalty. Dropped off, and another penalty coming up on the Spartans as Jillian Horst draws a hooking call. Jess Michaels to the box. So 40 seconds of 5-on-3. Well, it should be 10 seconds because of the error on the last penalty. And they did correct. They did let her out of the box at 10 seconds with 10 seconds into the penalty. So everything is all good on the penalties. Now we have 1:10 of 5-on-4 here for Pomfret. Awkward pass goes all the way back to the Pomfret end. Horst. Comes in on Gwinnard, and she'll have to cover up with 27 seconds left on the penalty and 9:49 to go in the period. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Seibel trying to dig it away from Metcalf. Pass in front, in the low slot for Metcalf, broken up. Hayes has it. Tries to get it out of the zone. Cannot, as there's a good hip check there by Horst to keep her from getting possession. Seibold working against Aldenberg. Aldenberg tries to get it into the slot. Hayes breaks up the pass. Now a shot from the left side of the left circle, tipped wide. Berardino reverses direction. To center ice, penalty time is up, 9 minutes to go in the period. Pass into the slot, turned over. Good job by Hayes anticipating the pass. Now she'll carry it into the zone. Can't get a shot off as she gets undressed at the left circle, comes out to the left point, and Camo loses the handle, but back to bail her out is Berardino. Babineau below the goal line, turned over out to the neutral zone. Lizotte hammers it in deep, no offside. Pomfret in the middle of a change in their defensive zone. Let's see if LA can take advantage. But they tie it up at the side boards long enough that they don't get burned. And now maybe a chance here for Pomfret. Pass into the slot, again broken up. Going down is Lizotte trying to get it out of the zone, but she went down on her own. And speaking of going down on her own, Modesty going face first into the boards with nobody on her. Now a chance here for the Spartans. The shot saved by Jessie Girelli, denying Taylor Gerard. .7:44 to go in the second period. NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with the newly renovated Stone Athletic Center. Pomfret looking for their first win of the season. LA at 3-9-1 coming into play. Shot hits some traffic, goes to the far side. And now Pomfret looking to carry it out of the zone. Forced back a little bit. Now it comes below the goal line to Berardino. Berardino around the end boards for Seibold. Seibold puts on the brakes. Now goes up the right wing. Patron, yes. Chips it below the goal line, tries to chase it down. Round the end boards, out to the left point. Turnaround shot, trickles in on Jessie Girelli. Jessie Girelli turns it aside as it comes to the near side boards and hops out of the zone. Lizotte chips it in for fresh legs, chasing it down below the goal line, but they reverse direction, do Pomfret for Rumley. And Jessie Girelli will snap this one up with 6:22 to go in the second period. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Battle along the far side boards, eventually sprung free by the Griffins. Here's the outlet pass. Maybe a chance here for the Griffins to take the lead, but running into her defender is Shoshana Lebo, and that denies Pomfret maybe their best opportunity of the game. Nice drag, walking in, the shot, covered up before they can get the rebound opportunity by Jessie Girelli. 5:53 to go. Think the teams are finally starting to get their legs underneath them here. The offensive momentum is starting to pick up. Both teams with a couple of good chances in that last sequence. Now let's see if we can get someone on the scoreboard before the end of the second period in 5:53. And LA player tossed out of the face-off dot. Patron. And this one will be covered up, and now we got a little chippiness after the whistle with 5:35 to go. Face off in the right wing circle. Won by the Spartans, tossed off the sideboards. Patron tried to chase it down below the goal line. Around the end boards, and Pomfret will try to clear. Traffic at the blue line. Squirts out of the zone. Diagonal intended for Patron, she couldn't catch up to it. Is that Hayes who blew a tire just there? Griffins get it out of the zone. Maybe a chance here, no icing. Trying to backhand it in front. Tipped aside by Guinard. Out to the blue line. Shot is blocked. Michaels will try to chase it down for LA, but it's turned over to Seibold. Putting on the brakes is Modesty. Modesty tries to go into the slot. Rumley was turned around, and she trickled one wide left, even though the left post was wide open for her. Another chance for the Griffins. Pass into the slot, blocked by Seibold. Comes back out to center ice. Hops off the stick of Rumley. Goes below the goal line. Seibold chasing it down over there. Meets Modesty. Modesty gets some support from McLean. Modesty tries to get one over to McLean, but she was shielded off. Here comes Michaels up the right side. Michaels with a bomb from outside the blue line, tipped aside by Jesse Girelli. And back the other way come the Griffins. Double team at the blue line, skating through it is Rumley, takes the shot, and a save by Guinard with 3:36 to go. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the Never Concede collection and the official LSP hoodie. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Chance from the top of the slot, taken away by Camo. Camo around the back of her net. Redirected out of the zone to Gerard. Taken away from Gerard to the near side. And maybe a chance here for the Spartans, but swept aside to the left point. Lazat will flick one in from the blue line, tumbles around the end boards to the opposite side. This one is kept in along the blue line by Lazat. She takes the shot, saved by Jesse Girelli. She'll hold it for a face-off with 2:54 to go. Backhanded in, saved by Jesse Girelli. Wide open right post, but they couldn't get the shot off on the wraparound. Comes all the way back to the LA end where this will be icing on Pomfret. So we've got a couple of wide open posts for both teams and just couldn't get enough control on the puck to get a shot on net. Maybe break our scoreless tie. It's got to be frustrating for both these teams. You know, you've had a tough season already. Pomfret at 0-8, LA at 3-9-1. Now you're in a scoreless tie. Oh, here's a turnover at the left wing circle. The shot saved by Jesse Girelli. Calling for it at the right point is Berardino. She takes the shot, misses wide right. There forward is Vigent. Attempt to toss off the sideboards by Pomfret. Can't get it out of the zone. Tumbles in on Jesse Girelli, trickles wide left. And Jesse Girelli will cover up with 1:49 to go in the second period. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the St. George's Dragons and NEPSAC at ISL girls basketball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. Jesse Girelli trying to keep the left post shut, then the right post shut as the puck comes back and forth, now to the left side, out to the left point. Below the goal line, back out to the left, face-off dot, the shot blocked before it can get to Jesse Girelli. Pops up in the air to the right side. Now walking in, sticked aside by Jesse Girelli, kept alive by Lizotte, takes the shot, another save by Jesse Girelli, comes back out in front of her, now behind her to the near side. 50 seconds to go. Looks like we've got a penalty coming up, and it's going to be a holding call on Pomfret. .2 seconds to go. And LA on another power play, another late period power play. What can they do to capitalize and maybe break this scoreless tie? Face off in the right wing circle, won by the Spartans. Camo can't get it through traffic. She had Bison in front to redirect it in, but they couldn't capitalize. Now to the left point, Seibold chips it in. Now a chance right in front. Loose puck, bodies go down. Seibold gets it back. Trying to bear in. Forced below the goal line. Now tries to turn towards the left circle. Pass goes through the slot to the opposite side and out of the zone. All the way back to the LA end. Camo. Up the right side. And that'll do it for the second period. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back about 15 minutes with the third period from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. With your score, the Pomfret Griffins nothing and the Lawrence Academy Spartans nothing. This is NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP. Welcome back to the third period of NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP. Sam Feely here with you from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Still no score between the Pomfret Griffins and the Lawrence Academy Spartans. A couple of chances for both sides towards the end of that second period, but still nothing has really materialized. Those last 5 or so minutes were the most lively that both offenses looked in the thus far in this game. 23 seconds left on a power play here for LA as Gerard goes out to the left point. Back to Gerard. Gerard walking in, takes the shot, save by Jesse Girelli. Gerard gloves it down. It's kicked out to the top of the slot. The shot, and Jesse Girelli picks it up off the ice. Well, we talked about LA needing to play with a sense of urgency. And that was certainly that right there. 5 seconds left on the penalty. Gerard to take the face-off for LA. It's one back out to the left point. The shot saved by Jesse Girelli. Lazard has stood up a little bit, and it's hit around the end boards as the penalty time is up. Comes all the way back to the LA end. This will be icing on Pomfret. .15:01 to go in the third period. Face-off one to the left point. The shot is blocked, backhanded in, and Jesse Girelli snaps it up. Face-off in the left wing circle, again won by the Spartans. They are really picking up the pressure here offensively in the beginning of this third period. Turned over in the left face-off circle. Vision tries to backhand it for Michaels in the slot. Michaels couldn't catch up to it. Now a shot parallel to the goal line. It'll be pinned there by Jesse Girelli with 14:27 to go in the third period. Faceoff will be McLean against Gerard for LA. Played back to Sosic. Out of the zone. LA will regroup. They have to tag up. Lazat chips it in. Now a shot from the left point, nearly redirected in by Babineau. Comes out to the slot and taken over by Rumley. Rumley carries it up the left side, chips it in from the red line. Partial change for Pomfret. Now here come the Spartans, 3-on-2 if they can hurry. Vigent gets stood up as she goes below the goal line. Vigent fans on it and now goes through the goal mouth to the near side. No offside. Carrying it out of the zone is Arsenault. Arsenault turns it over, however. Pomfret has to regroup. Try to get some momentum towards the LA net, but they haven't been able to do that at all this period as we're 3 minutes in. Really no zone time at all for Pomfret this period. LA dominating the possession. Here comes Horst. Horst carries into the zone. She gets wrapped up with Patron's stick. Patron loses her stick. I don't know if she was looking for a call there, but this will trickle in on Jesse Girelli and she'll snap it off the ice with 12:41 to go in the third period. Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Get your company's message on air or on localsportsproductions.com for as little as $25 per ad. Visit localsportsproductions.com/advertising or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Gerard puts on the brakes below the goal line, goes out to the top of the slot. Berardino keeps it in, backhands it to the slot. Gerard's there. Gerard goes down. There's a penalty coming up on Pomfret. 12:04 to go, and now LA on yet another power play. Can they capitalize? They've played well enough to win some of these games they've lost if they could just get some offense going. But Sosic to the box for tripping at 3:56. Faceoff comes out to the blue line. Seibold goes D to D. The shot for the top of the slot, saved by Jesse Girelli. Backhanded, kept in at the blue line by Seibold. And now it hops out of the zone. LA has to tag up, but they are offside as Camo could not handle it. Face-off just outside the Pomfret blue line, controlled by the Spartans. As they go along their own blue line, trying to get an entry into the zone. It's redirected in by Lazat. No, it's icing. Lazat never made contact with the puck. So, defensive zone face-off on the power play for LA, and this could be an opportunity for Pomfret to get a shorthand chance or at least bleed some clock. Doing just that right now. LA's trying to break out of the zone. Comes off the side boards. Toombley looking for an outlet. Goes up the left side. Here's Horst. And it's saved by Guinard as Horst with a shorthanded opportunity. With 40 seconds to go on the penalty and 11:13 to go in the period. Face-off in the left wing circle, second defensive zone face-off of the power play for LA. And once again, it's Pomfret winning the face-off, but it goes quickly below the goal line around the end boards, and now LA will try to get something going here. Poked aside. Battling for it is McLean. Up the near side, it's Marshall. Marshall will just chip it in from the blue line. 15 seconds left on the penalty. You know, for all the talk about LA dominating possession in the first 3 to 4 minutes of this period, as this is another icing on LA on the power play. You know, it's completely gone away in the situation you don't want it to go away, and that's on the power play. Penalty time is up. Backhanded into the zone. Out of the reach of Marshall. Marshall will go chase it down. Turns it away from Vigent. Hayes is there. Out of the zone, out of the reach of McLean. And now Modesty. Back towards center ice. Tapped into the zone by Vigent. Vigent gets it back. Puts on the brakes, turns around. Tries to backhand it in front. Puck is loose, and Jesse Girelli covers up with 9:53 to go in the third period. Want LSP to tape or broadcast your team's games? Rates start just $100 per game. Also ask LSP about streaming your next gaming tournament, wedding, concert, recital, school play, meeting, or other event. Visit localsportsproductions.com/services or email sam@localsportsproductions.com for more information. Berardino tries to backhand it ahead towards the zone, but it's turned over in the middle of the ice to Horst. Horst forced below the goal line. Gets turned around. Taken over by Berardino. Pass a little too strong for Seibold. And now maybe a turnover here along the goal line. Backhanded in, and Guinard makes the save. And now a whistle as it looks like the net is off its mooring with 9:25 to go. Face off in the left wing circle, battled for, turned towards net by Pomfret. But it misses wide right, and here come the Spartans. Gerard takes a whack from the stick of Toombley. Tries to turn it in on net, goes below the goal line behind the net. Toombley over to Horst. Horst turns it over at the blue line. Lemieux's waiting for it in the slot. Shot from the low circle over everything. Lemieux runs into Horst as she lets that puck go. Horst battling with Babineau. Babineau goes to the right circle. The shot saved by Jesse Girelli. Goes below the goal line to Toombley. Toombley tosses it off the sideboards. And now a chance here for the Spartans. Tipped aside by Jesse Girelli. Oh, Patron will rue that missed opportunity. So we approach the halfway mark of the third period. Still no score. Michaels forces the turnover. Loses the handle. Tries to get it into the slot. Stopped. And out of the zone. Metcalf will try to get it, but it's taken over. LA showing some offensive urgency again. Patron redirects it into the zone from just outside the blue line. A whistle and icing? Are you serious? I thought Patron hit that in. Wow. A couple of tough icing calls on LA this period with 7:47 to go. Face off in the left wing circle. Won by the Spartans. Vigent with the give and go. Here's the shot from the circle. Loose puck. Rebound. Score! Jamie Comeau finally breaks the ice, and it is 1-0 Spartans. .735 to go. But LA can't settle for one. Gerard turns it over to Toombley. Rumley weaves through the defense, gets it out of the zone. With the defender on her hip, she swats it into the zone and goes off for a change. Comeau from Vigent. And really wasn't like a really forced shot either, as Guinard covers this one up with 6:33 to go. It was a loose puck that Jesse Girelli stopped initially, but she couldn't corral it, and Comeau had the wherewithal to poke it in while it was still loose before the whistle was blown. 6.5 to go. LA looking for more. There's Vigin, has the assist. Nearly intercepts the clearance attempt by Jessie Girelli, but it gets past her. Comes around the end boards. Battle at the blue line. Now inside to the left, the face-off circle. Backhand attempt from the slot, popped up. Loose puck, and Jessie Girelli just barely gets onto it with 6:07 to go in the third period. NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP is brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with the newly renovated Stone Athletic Center. Now it's Pomfret's turn to show some urgency. But their entry is snuffed out. Now here come the Spartans. Michaels enters the zone onside, being forced towards the side boards. Tries to get it into the middle, turns it over in the circle. Good job by Michaels to slow down that outlet pass intended for Rumley. But LA having a little bit of connection issues in their own zone. Good block by Hayes as she stands up her defender and takes a shot on goal that's saved by Jessie Girelli. We approach 5 minutes to go in the third period. 1-0 our score. The lone goal coming just a couple of minutes ago by Jamie Camo, crashing the net on the feed from Morgan Vigin. Good job staying on her feet by Camo to take that hit, or was that Lemieux? That was Lemieux staying through that hit. Lemieux had it in the slot, couldn't get anything on it. And now Babineau. Babineau! Over everything, comes back to the LA, and no icing, say the officials, as we're under 4.5 to go. Up the near side, now to the middle. Babineau has it taken away from behind. Babineau gets it back. Finds Berardino, can't get the shot on target. It was blocked partially by Sosik. Another chance from the right wing circle, misses wide left. Michaels goes down. Puck kept along the blue line by Modesty. Gets it up the far side boards, but turned over to the Spartans. Berardino trying to get through the defense. Michaels weaving through traffic. Shot from the middle slot by Hayes. Save by Jessie Girelli as we approach 3.5 to go. Out of the zone, and this is going to be icing on Pomfret with 3:23 to go in the third period. You can follow LSP on the web at localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Face off in the left wing circle, one out to the top of the slot. The shot trickles wide right. Now another opportunity, loose puck in the crease, and somehow, some way, Hayes could not get it in. Now another shot from the left point. This one is deflected to the near side. 3 minutes to go. That almost would have been the dagger in Pomfret's heart if LA could have scored there. It's a similar situation to how Camo scored her goal. Just crashing the net and eventually just poking it in while Jessie Girelli couldn't secure it. Now here's Sherrard, takes the shot off the crossbar! Under 2.5 to go. Marshall gets it out of the zone, but Metcalf is having a hard time handling it. Horst with her stick tied entering the zone. Needs some help. Gets it from Metcalf. We approach 2 minutes to go. LA looking for their 4th win of the season. Pomfret looking for their first. Turnover. Here's a chance for Lizotte. Stick check from behind prevents her from getting towards goal. Michaels is there on the opposite side. Tries to get it over to Babineau. And another icing coming up on Pomfret with 1:30 to go. The LSP store is now open. Get yourself a DVD copy of this or any past LSP video broadcast or one of several different designs of stickers or shirts, including the official LSP hoodie and the Never Concede collection. Visit localsportsproductions.com/store after the game to place your order. Timeout called by Pomfret with $1:30 to go as they need this breather after being called for icing. Face-off impending in the offensive zone for LA as they look to seal the deal on what would be their 4th win of the season. Face-off will be in the right wing circle. And it will be Gerard against Horst. Horst wins it back to Solik, but Solik quickly meets Babineau. Babineau can't corral it for long, however, and it's whistled not into the Pomfret bench somehow. It stays in play, but this is going to be another icing on Pomfret with 1:21 to go. A desperation clearance attempt by the Griffins. It almost would have been preferable for it to go into the Pomfret bench because then they could at least get fresh legs out there. Carried up the far side by Arsenault. Doesn't get it very far though. Comes back to the Pomfret end. 1:10 to go. Off the side boards for Oldenburg. Gerard, 3-on-1 maybe. Can the Spartans end it? Gerard gets it tied up as she tried to get a pass into the slot. Taken over by McLean. McLean looking for an outlet. Tries to go off the side boards for Horst. It's another icing on Pomfret. 46.6 to go. Remember, Pomfret has used their timeout, and they used it on an icing call. Jesse Girelli sprawls to cover that one up as the shot came immediately off the face-off. Another face-off in the right wing circle. A lot of collisions going on towards the near side. Hope everyone's okay. Lemieux has to get back on defense. That pass was a little hot for Rumley to handle. Slow getting out of the zone. Pomfret cannot get anything going the opposite way. They got to get it up ice to maybe get the extra attacker on. Nothing doing there. Gerard flips it in off the side glass. 9 seconds to go. This goes off the side boards, and Lawrence Academy will win its 4th game of the year. 1-0 the final score. Jamie Camo, our player of the game, with the game-winning goal. It was a war of attrition, and eventually LA finally knocked down the wall. Really, though, you got to give a lot of credit to Riley Jesse Girelli, the Pomfret goalie. Made some phenomenal saves and played out of her mind for the first 40 of the 48 minutes before that that only goal just trickled in by her when she couldn't secure it, and Camo capitalized. So with that said, this has been a presentation of local sports production serving Greater Boston student athletes since 2011. Copyright 2019, unauthorized redistribution of any portion of this broadcast without the express written permission of local sports productions is strictly prohibited. NEPSAC Girls Hockey on LSP has been brought to you by Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. Considering an independent high school, log on to lawrenceacademy.info for complete information on their programs, and be sure to tour their beautiful campus with the newly renovated Stone Athletics Center. LSP's next broadcast is tomorrow afternoon when the Lawrence Academy Spartans host the St. George's Dragons in NEPSAC at ISL girls basketball action. Watch the game live at localsportsproductions.com/live, then stream the game the next day at localsportsproductions.com/on-demand or on the LSP YouTube channel, or buy a DVD of the game at the LSP store. And be sure to follow LSP on the web, localsportsproductions.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Teespring LSP37, Snapchat LSP Media, and subscribe to the LSP YouTube channel. Once again, the final score from the Grant Rink at Lawrence Academy in Groton, Mass. is the LA Spartans 1 and the Pomfret Griffins 0. My name is Sam Feely, reminding you freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in.